it comes to who should produce the pot, this is where the part about an enormous and very sophisticated black market comes back into play. Let's face it, there's a tremendous amount of pot being produced and sold out there already. Now, in a legal marketplace, if the price doesn't drop significantly and the quality stay the same or better, there's no reason why the black market would go away at all. So assuming that these things do happen, the product should be grown by anyone who wants a license and cares to get into the fray, as simple as that. Now, we've always thought that individuals here would get big warehouses and greenhouses to supply the local market, but it occurred to me that if marijuana was legal in the world, the countries that have the best and correct outdoor conditions will become the world's suppliers. Mexico, South and Central America, Jamaica, Hawaii, Afghanistan, all across Africa, the Middle East and throughout Southeast Asia. I'd love to smoke the strains that we've come to know that were grown in Ethiopia or the Congo, not to mention the indigenous strains that already exist in those areas that would come out. The people of those places could easily be shown how we would grow, dry, and cure for the new over-the-counter market. Now, what a boost that would be to their economies. Most of those countries are involved, are poor, and really, really poor. Unfortunately, a great deal of that poverty is already as a result of the drug war. Now, how should the marijuana be distributed? Now, once again, because of the prohibition lies, there's an overwhelming need to protect our kids from marijuana, which will certainly influence how it's going to be distributed to adults. Now, in reality, we would need nothing more than a licensing system for anyone who would care to open a shop and distribute it. Essentially, if you have marijuana being distributed in particular shops, they're a lot easier to control with the fact that children don't have access to it. Anybody who's got a license to distribute marijuana, that license would easily be at risk if you did distribute to a child, and penalties probably would be harsher than that. So I don't know, it would take an awful lot of work to open a cannabis shop. You're going to have a supply, whether that be attained locally or internationally and imported. You're going to have all the paperwork, all the sophistication to go through all that work. And so to stock all of the different strains that we want, to have it grown as good as the guy across the street, it's going to be tricky. And so it's going to take certain business people to be able to do that. I'm not certain that it's going to take something like Imperial Tobacco or Seagram's to come up with this. I don't really see the connection or why they would even desire to be involved in the game. There's plenty of people out there that are really good at it now and could easily expand into a larger scale. So I don't know, a lot of questions around how this can be done. It's certainly become complicated by prohibition. Thanks a lot. But I'm glad that there's a lot of talk out there, and everybody should join in those discussions wherever you see them. Post your comments on the videos. Contact the people who are involved even. They give out their web pages and email links in a lot of cases. Keep the talk alive. Now is the time. We got a good chance to get marijuana legalized here in our society. Good on you folks in California for how hard at it you're going. My God, they even got Arnold talking about it now. So that'll be good, no? Anyway, I appreciate you tuning in. We're doing our best here to get marijuana legalized for you and for everybody. Thanks for your help and support all these years and continuing until today. We sure do appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Marijuana Man. Peace and pot. See you next time.